Okay, guys, so we're going to start the orchard, and I just want to give you a quick sort of summation about what it looks like. Now, we got ours from Stark Brothers out in Missouri, and they seem to be fantastic. So this is what the box comes in. We got 8 trees, so they were all in here. I've gotten some of them out, so I just want to, and some actually are going to come later for next season, but this is what they look like. See, they have these cardboard dividers, and they're stacked on top of each other, and then you take the divider out, and this is how the trees lay. Right? They'll be opposite of each other, like one coming this way and some going that way. So that's what they look like. And then what a plant looks like, these are called easy pots. And you just pull, obviously, the plant or the tree with the root bulb out. Some of them have leaves on them, and they look okay. You know, they're not too shocked for, given the circumstance. Safety inspectors are here. Okay, so what I've done is I've just dug these little swales, obviously with the front loader, and that will just help because this is steep ground. That will help as the water comes down, catches into the swales, and then creates a saturated area deep under the soil, or deeper under the soil in front of the trees. And I've moved these, as we talked about, I've moved the trees farther down. In fact, I'm thinking that I'd rather have them farther down this way because I'm going to have ducks here. And I don't know, to tell you the truth, how far ducks want to walk to food. But I'm thinking about having some sort of run that comes up through here so that they can take care of the snails and other insects and critters around the trees, which obviously are going to be producing mast all the time. There's no way we're going to be able to keep up with it all the time. So this ground is definitely going to be littered with, apples and other things that are going to bring in all sorts of other types of animals. In fact, I have my burn pile here. I think you saw that. So I'm going to burn that this week to get it done and out of here. My only other sort of, dumb thing that I did, it is what it is. As you can see, this torn up ground right here. I had thrown a salt block down there last spring. And so now the deer are into that, and of course that means I'm just drawing them right to the orchard. But no, it's not like they're not going to find it anyway. Okay, so that's where we're at now. I'm going to plant the trees. I'm going to put, of course, fencing around them to protect them from the critters. Okay, guys, so like I said, I got Stark Brothers plants, or trees, and then I'm using this Dr. Earth 2.5 cups per 5-gallon bucket, which is about what I've got out of there as a hole. The hole is supposed to be, I guess, 2 feet by 2 feet. It's about, it's actually deeper than this, but I got loose soil already in there. I'm going to take this, put about 2.5 cups in there, take some of this, mix it all together, get it mixed up real nice. Then I'm supposed to take this tree out of this easy pot, score the the 4 sides in order to we loosen up that root ball a little bit, and then plant it at the same height as the root ball, which is about 10 inches, not quite 10 inches. And so then this, obviously is a little bit deeper. I don't know if it's noticeable, but it's a bit deeper than 10 inches. So when I mix it all up, I'll get it to a nice 10 inches and then pack in around it. And then, of course, we'll obviously water it. Okay, here we go. Okay, actually, I'm glad I did the swale because it gave me extra dirt after I got rid of the sod and the rocks and stuff. So I think we have actually pretty nice quality soil, to tell you the truth. This is it. It's nice and crumbly. I think it's going to have good drainage properties. Should have good. It's very neutral. I don't know. I'll have to check and see how each one of the trees like the levels of acidity, and we can adjust that. But for right now, I think getting them in, getting fertilized with Dr. Earth, and getting water on them, we'll get this show on the road, and then we can adjust from there. Anyway, that's a golden delicious right there. Semi-dwarf. We'll be wrapping this up, but I put the fencing up for all of those. I'm doing the last one. There are some things that it seems like, once you do them a couple times, they just seem to you get in a rhythm, you get things rolling. The fencing is not that. Yeah, unfortunately, the fencing, I had the same thing with the piping. When stuff is rolled up like that, there must be some trick to unrolling it and having it not want to roll back up, and you're not constantly fighting it. But I don't know. I've never figured it out what it is, and I've never figured it out tonight with the fencing. All it does wants to do is roll itself back up. And so I used actually zip ties to tie it onto the T-post, and then I pulled it out. I had to use some of the grass sod that I had made from the swales to force it to sit out. I'll have to obviously come up with a better permanent solution tomorrow, but I've got to get this done because the twins, I don't know if I've told you about the twins. So there were twin deer, two fawns that were with their mama last year when we first came in, and they are always on the farm. They're always running through. And those two knuckleheads were sitting right down there at the pond, just watching me for a long time, probably 3 or 4 minutes, as I was doing these at this end down here. And they were just standing there watching me like, what are you doing? We smell peaches and apples and cherries and whatnot in heretofore, and we would like to get up in there if you don't mind moving yourself out of our way. The last thing I have to do, actually, I cannot not do this, is I got to get water down here somehow. I don't know how I'm going to get water down here. I'm thinking I might have to just fill the bucket of the tractor up with water and then just bring a 5-gallon bucket and come and but I got to get some water on these girls because they really need it. So this is the last one right there. That is a golden delicious apple. And you can see that she desperately wants some water. That's not true. I thought this was the first one. I'm sorry, I did the first one up there. That's the golden delicious. This is actually an Alberta peach. And these I put here at the widest spot. They're standard sized trees. The others are semi-dwarf, except for the cherry at the very end down there. She's actually just a dwarf. So the standard are 20 plus feet height and width. The semi-dwarf are 12 to 15, and the dwarf are 8 to 10s. So this is what I'm trying to do right there. You can see I'm just fighting with the fence. Anyway, okay, guys. Today I had my second COVID test. So I'm a shot. So you know, I had a little bit of effects from that, so I'm probably a little ornerier than normal. But okay, let's wrap this up. The light is fading and so am I.